Most people are like kind of dumbfounded, like with like, don't comics like how so many comics stop like partying a lot? Or
People are always like, oh yeah, don't you guys like party? Don't you guys drink? And I'm like, who has the fucking time for that? Like, I don't drink that much predominantly because first of all, I get hungover, but then the next day I'm like, well, if I'm hungover, I lose a full day. I can't make a video. Like I can't be my bubbly, authentic self. Like and my brain doesn't work as well. And I'm just like, well, why? Who needs that? Like I have so much to do.
When was the last time you fucking ripped it?
I will say I've been ripping it more. Recently because
And we're so fucking back. It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm Alex Dragovich. Join with me today, one of New York's best women, Yvette Segan, everybody. How are you, Yvette?
You could have stopped at New York's best, but I'm glad you clarified that it was women.
Yeah, we always do on the pod, you know. We like to differentiate.
Yeah.
You're right. I could have said just best.
You could have said New York's best. Who's New York's best?
Oh.
It's got to be a man.
Jalen Brunson.
Oh, wait. Yeah. He's a great unifier, I would say.
And Jalen Brunson and trying to think. Daniel Jones, no, he left. And then you.
Thank you.
You're number 3. You're number 2.
That's really nice.
You commented off air that you love my social anxiety. Do you want to touch on that before we really get into it? What's wrong with me?
You know, Alex likes to do this thing where every 5 seconds he will apologize to for something that's a normal thing.
Damn.
And he'll panic. Like he'll be like, I'm genuinely so sorry. And I'm like, for literally what? You know, my favorite thing about having a conversation with Alex is that I know that like within the span of like 20 minutes to 24 hours, I will receive a text that says, hey, I'm so sorry if I was being really weird. And you know what?
Yeah.
And I go, you're good?
Oh, man. It's true. It's true. I don't know what that is. I know it's labeled anxiety.
So I would describe it as social anxiety, but I would love to hear what you think it is.
I think, yeah, I think you know, you don't want to be taken. You don't want people to take you as like, you know, like you're being an asshole. You're doing this, you're doing that. But some things, I guess, yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I do that.
You do that.
I did complain to you recently. I drunk called you.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Is that okay to talk about? Are you all right?
I would love to talk about that.
Yeah, guys, I drunk dialed.
And he was like, what are you wearing?
Yes.
No, that's not what happened. You drunk called me like as one of the gals. Like I was like, this is the best because we're girling out as fuck right now.
We girled out, dude.
We girled out.
Let's paint the picture here. We did a show at Sesh Comedy, and afterwards I was talking to a couple women. I don't know who. I think one was interested.
I think they were arguably both interested. You were putting on a clinic.
Wow.
I was like, wow, I can't wait to hang out with my good friend Alex. And I lost you to these two. And then we all looked over. Like there were a bunch of comics. We looked over, and Alex is just putting on a clinic. He is cooking. He's in the kitchen. He's busy. He's got these two gorgeous girls, women, beautiful adult women. Just like around, just obsessed with you.
I do great with women who are 6 to 8 years younger than me, some would say.
Okay, and let's clarify how old you are so we know.
I'm 33. They were actually 27, 28.
Oh, easy.
Fine.
That's fine.
We were okay.
It's because you're deceptively tall for your personality.
So
That's not mean.
I'm trying to.
What's mean about that?
Yeah,
it's because you should be the most confident guy on the planet, but instead you're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do. I just think my stature itself is kind of invasive.
Can I ask you something?
Talk to me.
We can cut this.
Oh, what's up?
How big's your dick?
Oh wow. I actually, because of the anxiety thing, a girl just told me. Probably 2 months ago, she said my dick was bigger than she expected.
She thought it would be, yes, because that's the only thing that I can think of as like, why would you like behave this way? But you're proportionate all the way down.
I've got a good one, and I should probably use it more. I should use it better, honestly.
Okay.
Sometimes I come quick, folks, and that's not my fault. Ultimately, it's the Lord's fault.
That's okay.
But yeah, it's it's good. It's good. I'm not like worried. That's not what I'm worried about.
Okay.
If sex is about to happen, it's not my worry.
Okay, good.
Not
Do
even.
you send apology texts after sex?
I probably should. There's a couple where I should be. Yeah, no.
You're like the next day. You're like, hey, sorry, I came really fast.
Dude, wait, that's so funny. A girl comes over. I last 3 minutes. I Uber her home. I don't even think to say sorry.
That's so funny. And then you have one really nice conversation with me, and you're like, hey, I've actually been thinking about this, and I'm really sorry for taking up your time. And I'm like, we just had a nice convo.
I'm sorry. I thought you were vegan, and you're not. I'm sorry. I thought that you were
out over that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. And then I'm just like telling this girl at 2 a.m. I'm like, so you're like in Williamsburg, right? You know, I'm just like looking at my phone, looking at my Uber.
It's
I'm
good
like,
to know that you have some areas that are safe for you.
It's weird. That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the male psychology in a nutshell, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just kind of like focused on the one thing. Like I guess.
I think that's a good point. It is interesting, dude. Yeah, what makes me interested, what makes me not. Yeah.
I've had guys apologize to me for totally normal, like be like, oh, sorry, like if that was weird last night. And I'm like, what? Like I wasn't thinking about that. Like I have a friend that's like,
if I came, it was a good night, ultimately, guys.
Okay, so you're bad in bed and you're great socially. So you have terrible self-perception of both of those things.
Yeah, I think both. One's
really
great,
bad compass.
And then I think one's great and one's bad.
Maybe you should stop apologizing for normal social interactions and you should start apologizing for not satisfying women in the bedroom.
I got to be a more giving lover. I gotta go down on girls more. I know that for a fact. God,
every time, dude.
This should be on the Patreon. I know.
Time.
We
can cut it, put it on the Patreon.
No, this is fine. This is totally legit. But yeah, okay. So what happened was I was talking to 2 girls.
Okay.
Women. 2 women.
2 ladies.
They were like, let's go back to Williamsburg. Let's go back to my place. And then out of nowhere, a comedian on the show
who was talking to us, by the way, like
right.
was fully in the other conversation. There were 2 conversations happening. One was Alex laying tracks for the rest of his life. And the other one,
talk to my wife.
You were literally about to get sister-wived, married to those women.
We about to move to Utah and do the whole
yeah, because they weren't. The crazy thing about watching that is as a woman, like most of the time when I'm like with a friend and we're both sort of like maybe interested in a guy, at some point one of you backs off.
Yeah.
And it's obvious which person that is. Like, they're just like, okay, now I'm in support of this other person that wants it more or whatever the case may be.
Right.
In that situation, as a bystander, I could not tell who was backing off. And so we fully thought you were going to have a threesome.
You know, folks, it wouldn't be my first one of 2025. I'll tell you that.
What?
Yeah. March.
That's awesome.
Pittsburgh. It was a good time. Anyways.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah. After
show. Dude.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I would love to be a male comedian. Ugh, it's so stupid.
We're gonna touch on that in a second, actually. Okay. But I'm talking to these 2 girls. We're getting the Uber. Out of nowhere, a comic that's talking with you guys
jumps over,
flanks us. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, where are we going? And I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah. And this is a female comic who was, to my knowledge, I saw her, she's very funny, and I don't know much about her, but other than that, funny. She's
good hang.
And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't know so this is part of why I called you.
Yeah.
So anyways, we go to Williamsburg, and one of the girls is pretty drunk, not the comic. So I'm like, okay, she's probably out.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes with this, with maybe this other girl.
Right.
And
because again, no one's backing off.
No one's backing off. And now we've got this comic in the mix. We keep going to a bodega. They don't have like the right cigarettes or the right beer. We're kind of circling Williamsburg. And it gets to like 2:30. I have to fly home the next day. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not going to do like, a younger me would have stuck it out.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think we've had moments where when you're young and you kind of stick these things out, hey, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I was not going to whatever it takes it. I was not going to wait out like this comic leaving.
Right.
And then maybe this other girl like maybe just going to bed, this drunk girl,
or like
and waiting out.
That resolves, yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? No one's really making any. And I thought one of these three women we'd all sense like what's going on here.
Yeah.
And that did not seem to happen. Nothing got sorted out by like 2:30. I go home in a rage and I call Yvette and I'm like, I just got like, I think I got cock blocked.
Yeah,
potentially. So my call to you is like, what was the psychology of what was going on?
You needed a little validation about your perception of events, and I fully agreed with your perception of events.
One person was like, I think the comic might have thought like, hey, we're just doing like a hang,
which is fair, kind of. I think the comic is just new and wanted to just hang out and probably didn't think it was realistic that you were gonna have a threesome. Which I think shoot for the stars. Like I would never make that call. As your friend,
I think my evaluation of the night was, and most nights is like once 2:30, 3 o'clock hits, like things start to have to shape in terms of like what could what things are gonna look like, and nothing was solved. So that's why I was like,
you're like, I'm done. And you called me and you're like, I'm getting a quesadilla, I'm going home. And I was like, that's so fucking funny. And then we kind of like girl gabbed about it. We analyzed the situation to pieces, which is my favorite hobby and pastime.
You were very helpful. It was I just needed someone to fucking vent to about it.
I get that.
And then for some reason the next day I called and I was like, was that weird? Or I called, maybe texted me and you were like, was I weird? Was that?
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry for taking up your time or something. And I was like, that was the best conversation I've had in a while.
Dude.
I love that shit.
Do you know what it is? It's the anxiety. Here's what it stems from. Yeah. I actually, for a very long time, I was an athlete in high school. I was an athlete in college. Basketball? Yes. Okay. And
I profiled you on that.
I got to play. Yeah, I got to play in college. Got to play in March Madness, and when that happens...
Wait, really?
Yeah, I played at Notre Dame. Yeah.
You were that good?
Yes. So...
This is news to me.
So this, like, I was at that level.
Whoa.
And so I was... When you're young, I think you just get, like, when everyone tells you you're the shit when you're from 12 years old and on, and you're like a guy and you're on the basketball team, whatever, it's like, and then you play it and then you do that shit. I was like kind of a douchebag when I was younger. Like my college me was like,
well, yeah.
So I have this like, I think where the social anxiety comes from is like, is there like, is that old me sometimes coming out? You know what I'm saying? Can I be...
Wait, what was your transition then on that? Like, when did you realize?
From college to like doing
that you were a douchebag?
Oh, I just was like, I think I had friends actually at the radio station in college who were like really into music. I loved music. Mm-hmm. And so I found guys at the radio station. I like kind of met them at a party and they were like these like ultra hipsters, like smoking American spirits, like reading David Foster Wallace, like just the whole 9 yards, flannels. And they were like,
and you're like, hey guys.
I had a little bit of like a renaissance in college, just being like hanging out with these guys. And they were like, you're kind of you're kind of a douche. You kind of talk like this. You can't like don't call girls chicks. Like don't say retard. Like, like don't, like
don't hard R the R word.
Yeah. Like they were just like, and the women like in their sphere was like, you're a bit of a bro. Like, let's call it what it is. So like, and then you get into comedy. Those are kind of the same kind of people.
Yeah.
And so it was a process of being like, I think that's the evolution of it.
Oh, cool.
Right. And we can discuss that more. It's a little bit, but yeah, it's that's kind of my arc a little bit. Huh. But you talked about how you said you never. We'll actually get more into the psyche of that, like in the Patreon, I think. But let's do some more fun stuff. Okay. You don't want to. You said a woman would never have a threesome. A woman comic would not get offered a threesome. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
I heard Jensen talking about this on her pod too. Like,
what was her?
I think like women don't get approached as much.
No, dude, I've never. I think count on my hands. Like I've probably been approached legit one time after a comedy show. Occasionally I'll get a
okay.
DM after the fact, like, hey, you were super funny.
Well, explain this to me. Like, female comic, attractive, lot of followers.
Okay, thank you.
You get guys. What? Let me explain this to me.
Skinny? Did you say skinny? Is that how you feel?
Crazy skinny.
Okay, thank you so much. Like, you can't even see me. Can I say something hilarious?
What?
Okay, so I saw a comment on like one of my friends posted a video that he did with me, and so it was like reaching like new audiences. Like most of my comments are actually like pretty supportive and nice. I live in fear of like the day someone's gonna be like mean to me about my body. But somebody goes, someone commented butterface, and I literally go, thank God. Because it wasn't my body. I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm okay with like how my face looks. But like if they had said like, wow, you fucking look trash in the body, I would have been so upset.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. Body's hitting. It's great.
Thank you.
I think that so you would like a few more comments like that maybe.
Yeah, just
just doses.
Go to town on my face. I don't care.
Let me ask this.
Wait, cancel.
Why do guys DM but not come up to you after shows? That's the question.
I don't know. They're scared of me.
Women comics, female comics, they're always just like, guys don't come up to you after shows. And I'm like, but I know guys are like fully saying wild shit in the DMs. Guys, it's not like guys are not trying. It seems like, I don't know, maybe from the outside, I don't know.
Yeah, I get a lot of DMs. I don't know if that's like from the stand-up or the internet stuff. Probably the internet mostly, like by numbers. Although I do get some that they're like, oh, I saw your set and I liked it, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
I find that my DMs are not, they just don't feel like real, because it's just like random people, like no profile picture, or like they live in Utah, or like it's just like a lot, but it's not like an actual offer. One time I got an email after a show when my like Jesus. Before I had like reps, so it was like my email that went directly to me.
Wow.
And it was like a picture of the guy, and it was like this whole letter about how he like, thought I was pretty and like wanted to take me out on a date. And honestly, and I wasn't interested, but I responded and I was like, honestly, this was a really nice email. And like, you should keep doing stuff like this.
So here's where I'm going to push back a little bit. I think that there's something that's like so that's so hard to understand. I think from guys' perspective is it really is a tightrope act of not persistence, but like trying and not trying.
Yeah, it's
because that's really.
You want me to tell you the secret?
Yeah.
Treat women like people.
Oh, come on.
No, I swear to God, and I mean that, because I was at the bar. No, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so I was at the bar with my friend the other night, and he comes up to me, because I'm like the dog whisperer of fucking boys, and he comes up to me and he was like, okay, Yvette, we're at this bar, and there's these girls that I think are pretty. How do I go up to them? Like, how do women want to be approached at a bar? And I literally go, how would you introduce yourself to any human being? And he goes. And and he was like, really? And I was like, yes, just go and say, hi, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? And he goes up to those women, does that, comes back to me like an hour and a half later. He goes, it worked.
Yeah. Just be normal.
Be fucking normal. And I'm not going to be like on my high horse. It's hard to be normal when you like want something or like want it to go well. Like I was literally just having this conversation with a female friend where she said that she asks guys out. And I never do that because it's like, I think I got to the point in my life where I was like, well, if he wanted to, he would kind of thing. Yeah. But honestly, like, I don't know if I subscribe to that anymore because of what you're saying, which is guys don't know how are they like scared to toe the line correctly.
To me, it's like, if you think about it in percentages where it's like, if I come on 70% to you at a bar, you will accept that approach. But I feel like there's women out there where if I come on to you 71%, you're going to go, get away from me, get away from me.
What's the difference between 70 and 71?
That's what is, I don't know. Maybe that's in my head then. Maybe that's in our,
It probably would be hard to tell the difference between those two because from your perspective, like you're just doing whatever. And like from their perspective, they're saying, I'm attracted to you or I'm not attracted to you, which is an intangible thing. And it might have nothing to do with how you approach them.
I do want to say you make an unbelievable point in the sense where it's like, I think all the time, if I want to slide into a girl's DMs, I'm always like, what is like cool, subtle, funny. How can I do that in like a sentence and a half or whatever?
I promise the way that you would do it is better than the average person.
So
you're a writer.
I've tried to like be like, I've tried a million different approaches. There's this girl that followed me a couple nights ago. She followed me.
Nice.
And I just said, hey, blank, would you want to grab a drink sometime?
Love.
And she was like, awesome.
Incredible.
And I was like,
simple,
that's
perfect.
all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. If a guy did that for me and like had like you also have the benefit of like having stuff on your page.
Sure. Yeah,
so it's like she can get a sense of who you are.
Yeah.
I got a really successful, like I went on a date with a guy once who did something like along those lines.
And it's like you don't have to respond to her story with something like super fucking hilarious, or you don't have to be, don't have to, it seems like
it's almost better not to.
Right.
Because if you can make an organic joke that makes sense, do it.
Sure.
If that's your thing.
Right.
But like,
I think
can just it's honestly hot to just be like, hey, I'm interested in you. Do you want to get a drink?
And it's also, it's like, yeah, it can only hurt you. And also it's like, if she already, by the way, tell me this is a good rule of thumb. I really don't DM unless they follow me back. How do you feel about that?
I think that's probably right.
I don't know.
No.
Oh.
You could DM.
Oh.
Because what if they don't see the follow? If they have followers, they might not see the follow. Like, I'm sure I miss all of them.
I don't like, I think if a woman is like really up there, like in the, what is it, the 6 digits or whatever, I don't think, I'm always like, why would she respond? You know what I'm saying? I'm always like, but maybe, I don't know. Like, would you respond to a guy? I guess, I don't know. Maybe she would.
You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
People don't try because they think that it won't work.
Damn.
But you could always try. I mean, there's nothing bad's gonna happen unless you're like sending a dick pic or something.
I'm gonna play violins over this, like while you're saying that. It's gonna be like I do a Hope Corps thing or whatever. I'm gonna do the Hope Corps thing.
I want to encourage all men and all listeners of this podcast to shoot
your shot. A lot of bros.
Shoot your shot with me if you're hot and my type, please.
Oh, you're an idiot listener, and Yvette can go the distance. That's true.
Can you imagine? I meet the love of my life by doing this podcast. That would be hilarious. You would have to officiate the wedding.
I'd be in it. I 100% would. Have you gotten asked to do that yet?
Officiate? No, I've gotten asked to do speeches though.
Yeah. Have you done them?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're pretty fun.
It's a kill box.
They're so great.
Yeah.
They're so great.
The first one was the best because it was my family friend.
Yeah.
Who I've like known literally since birth, and I know their entire family. And the dad is this like high-powered CEO guy.
Yeah.
And he's like my second dad. So I can like roast the shit out of him in a way that like no one would ever do. And so the first line of my thing was a roast.
Yeah.
And when I say like the room shook, like it was crazy. Like people were coming up to me the entire weekend being like, that was amazing. And it was also right before I like kind of like blew up. So it was like right as I had just started like really posting online and really giving it a go.
Yeah.
And so people weren't like fully aware that I was a stand-up. And so they were like, holy shit, this girl's so funny.
And this is what we were like touching on a week ago, was that like, that's a lot for like a guy to handle when you're that funny. When the woman is like that, that's why it's hard dating a female comic, is that like a lot of guys things is like, I'm the funny guy.
Yeah.
I'm fucking funny.
And they're like threatened if you're funny.
Yeah, I'm a CPA, but like I'm like fucking hilarious.
Do you feel like, wait, would you ever date a comic? Have you ever?
I've hooked up with one.
Whoa, good clean track record.
I try to be as like,
yeah,
you know,
that's smart.
You know, I try to be as like,
wait, who was it? Whisper?
I'll actually tell you. I'm going to tell you on the Patreon, actually. Well, 2 now. I hooked up with one like a month ago.
Oh, I know who it is. I know who the first one is. Wait, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear about this?
I think you might have told me, but I know about it.
Okay, we can talk about that on the Patreon, actually. Dude, it's one of that was a situation where it was a makeout that like blew up into something that like became an issue.
It was just a makeout?
Just a makeout. And it became an issue where I was like, oh, this is why I don't do this. And we'll talk about that on the Patreon.
I've had literally less happen and it be an issue.
Oh, dude. Dude, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's something I actually wrote down, and I was like, oh, we got Yvette on. I think she'll have a take on this.
Okay.
Do you promise not to be mad at me?
Before you ask the question, I can't promise that.
Right. That's fair.
Face your fears. Come on, say it.
This whole like lip filler thing.
Yeah.
Miss me with that, dude. I am.
Well, I have
out.
tons of lip filler.
No, I can tell.
Of course not.
I can tell you don't. Dude, it's like there's women who I know in my life who have gotten it where I'm like, you look, dare I say it, 5 times worse now. I'm sorry.
I know.
Do you notice it? What do you see? You notice what I'm seeing as well?
I think there's more people than you think that have it, and it's done in a way that's not noticeable. And same with like Botox and stuff. Like I have friends who do Botox, and I wouldn't know, but I will say like but then it's like, why do it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I mean, it shouldn't be noticeable, but also I'm like, I think if you didn't have this, it would be it would be the same thing. I've never done anything to my face. I don't know if I would, because I'm so afraid of getting botched.
Some of these, so now, well, my follow-up question to that is how often are women like, oh my God, is my face like fucked now? Like how often like is kind of the group chat talks of like guys like, I think I fucked my face. Is that even a thing?
I've never heard that from anyone. Never heard that from anyone. But I'm not close enough.
Do I got to be the one to say it? Do I gotta like start responding to stories being like,
hey, by the way, fucking undo that.
Fix that.
Yeah, get your lip filler dissolved, you psycho. No, I do think No, you're not crazy.
I'm not crazy, right?
I think that it's because everyone's on camera, everyone's like taking pictures of themselves and blah, blah, blah. And there's this like crazy like standard of beauty that's sort of not even real anymore. And
sure.
Certain things look good in photos that don't look good in real life.
Right.
And I think a lot of people will sort of like forget that or not notice because they're not looking at themselves in real life. They're looking at themselves in photos.
Whoa.
So that's another angle. But I think that we're turning women into just like blow up sex dolls.
Right.
And I'm like,
some would say that's a problem. Some would say that's an issue.
It's a trickle down economics thing of porn.
Whoa. Oh, so you talking like the BBLs,
all of it. Everything. I think we're turning ourselves into sex dolls.
Yeah.
And sex objects, and we're trying to appeal to this like whatever we think the male gaze is, but it's actually just consumerism and capitalism gone fucking bananas.
That's interesting too, because it's like I'm on both sides, at least from the discourse that I'm seeing, where it's like women saying men have to be like rich, tall, successful, you got to be this guy, and then men are saying women have to be like triple D's, you got to have a great ass, you got to have.
Are they saying that?
Or at least from your observation.
You know, genuinely, I think I don't even think the guys are saying that. I'm sure there's some jerky guys that are saying that. I think it's women competing with other women.
Whoa.
To try and be the best woman under this like horrific hellscape that is like the male gaze, but that was invented by a gay man.
Yeah.
Because I think
gay
you're
men
in the majority.
Fucking the world up every generation.
The position of the pod is that. No, I mean, listen. I think like no. There's. I only say gay man because as like a metaphor for like I think it's like people who drive.
Well, they drove the fashion industry.
Yes,
if I'm understanding. Yeah.
We live in a world where everyone is trying to drive people into a subscription model. So everything that you do has to be a subscription model. And you know what's a subscription model that you can start women on really fucking young? Botox.
Yeah.
Filler. You have to get that touched up like every few months.
I cannot believe that. Well, let me say this. Well, let me ask this. Are women, if a woman has if she has a botched Botox, if she's not your friend, are you going, wow, she fucked that up? If she's not,
to other women, absolutely. We talk shit about each other all the time.
So, but with your friends, you can't. There's no kind of honesty within the friend group, going like, hey, like, you might want to. Like,
one of my friends gets Botox.
Yeah,
I tell her, you don't need that.
That's I think that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I say, I love you. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. If you want that, get it. She insists that she wants it. And so it looks good. It doesn't look bad on her. You wouldn't know.
Oh.
So like for her, it's like, okay, she wants it. But every time she says like, I'm going to go do this, I'm like, okay, but just so you know, like obviously my position is like, you don't need this.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same way I would talk to my friends who like smoke cigarettes where I'm like, okay, but you know that's bad for you. It's like that same, and they're like, okay, but I want to do it. And it's the same way that my friends talk to me about using a helmet on a city bike.
I was going to say from my interactions with you, you strike me as someone with maybe 1 to 0 vices.
Yeah, I don't really. Reality TV, I like.
Yeah, I mean, Yvette, like that's not even, that hardly
I know.
counts.
You
don't like, even at like most of the times I see you at parties, like you're pretty still like locked in.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you're
usually
pretty
sober.
put together. And the city bike, you don't bike with a helmet?
I now bike with a helmet because I got yelled at. My mom was like, you have to wear a helmet. And I was like, fuck.
Okay, this is interesting. You're like a good girl.
Yeah, if someone gives me a rule, I have to follow it legally.
What was the last time you were legit embarrassed? What was the last embarrassing thing you did? You're very, and that question comes on the behind, like that's a massive compliment is what I mean.
Because you think that I'm composed.
Certainly. Yeah.
I will embarrass myself. Okay. First of all, I think embarrassment is a state of mind. So I don't think that. And
I know that question is kind of difficult to answer.
Yeah.
It's hard to just pluck something out.
But like one thing did actually, I mean, but I do have one, but like, I don't know that I necessarily have to be embarrassed about it because generally speaking, like I think that an expression of feelings is just like, you know, I try and just own that and just know that like, but anyway,
okay. I'm interested.
I texted a guy who I have a history with and things we had agreed that I sort of initiated like a no contact.
Wow.
And he had agreed, but he like actually agreed. Like it was like sort of ultimately like mutual.
Yeah.
And then I kind of broke it and in a time of need. And he was very nice about that. And then I kind of, after he was so nice and it was normal, I was like, well, should we maybe be in each other's lives again?
Oh.
And then I kind of broke it again. And he was like, things haven't changed and we shouldn't do that. And so then I was like, I'm so fucking embarrassed because I felt like I had the upper hand at one point, which isn't how relationships work, but it did. It gave me a little bit of peace of mind where I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
It is how they work, unfortunately. It's so sad.
Well, I guess, but it's like, I think when you're at a certain point with like a true, like loving relationship, I don't think that stuff applies in the same way.
I'd like to think so. And
since then, I will say like other things have happened between us that now I'm like, I don't even think that stayed the stasis. Like he then made some move at some point and then, you know, I did and then he did again. So it's like we're kind of.
See, how long have you guys been on and off for?
It's not even, it's like we're not even. It's like the most, that's embarrassing. We're friends. We're friends plus, but not plus.
And you wanted to sort of, you wanted it to be sort of
we're friends. The timing wasn't right due to extenuating circumstances that are legitimate that I can't really get into.
Sure.
And we never kissed.
Wait, what?
We never kissed, but we fell in love, I think.
Oh. Okay.
We say I love you a lot, but we are not speaking now.
I can tell like you've intense feelings for this
We
guy.
don't speak now.
Wow.
I miss him dearly.
Whoa.
I just made a video kind of inspired by this situation.
You fell for someone without really like having the
like a physical intimacy.
Physical
which
intimacy.
is the first and hopefully last time that ever happens to me. It's like such a mind fuck. It's the weirdest thing I've ever been through. Yeah.
And you extended the, hey, I want to make this something more. And
No.
Sorry, I want to get this right.
He actually did, but then I was like, same, but we both knew that it wasn't the right thing because of some stuff that he has to deal with.
Your most embarrassing thing is that you lived like a Nicholas Sparks novel.
If I told you the full story, you would be like, this is literally a movie. And in fact, I probably will write that movie at some point.
No, that's so interesting and that's so cool.
It's really like, it was just pure like emotional intensity. I actually watched a movie last night that was kind of a similar thing where it was like these two people, I mean, similar in that like it was a meaningful relationship that never became physical.
Sure.
And it was this like Chinese movie that was made in the 2000s. And it was like fully, I watched it with subtitles. My friend recommended it. And I was like, it's very beautifully done. But it's like just these moments in these two people's lives and they're both married and their spouses are cheating on them with each other. And then they develop sort of a relationship to deal with that. And then it's sort of ambiguous as to like if the guy falls in love with her and she doesn't love him back. Anyway, the point is,
I would do that too, by the way. If my wife left me for a guy, I'd be like, where's that guy's wife?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with that guy. But they were neighbors in the movie.
Oh, wow.
So it was like even more.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's really intense.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, really intense. And so it's like, in some ways it's like gratifying because I'm like, well, it was so intense and like, but it's hard to convince myself that it really happened, if that makes sense, because there was nothing to like.
And now you're you and this guy, you can't even talk, even though you guys were essentially best friends.
We were best friends, and we don't speak. I mean,
yeah,
we can. It's not like we can't be in the same room together, but it's just there's just like a lot in the room with us.
Do people know that this kind of went down?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I mean,
okay. That's
yeah. I mean, it's not like,
no
one needs to know. It's not like but it's just like,
yeah.
I mean, the people that like are really, really close to us now, I guess, but like, it's just kind of a weird one.
No, that's honestly, that got intense. That got real. And that's what this pod is, folks.
Yeah,
no
were
jokes.
we supposed to be riffing? Because I forgot.
No jokes.
You asked me about my most embarrassing moment, and then I got super rude. I was like, "Yeah, well, I fell in love, and it's been a really hard year, actually."
No, let's go back to taking down the gay men, like I wanted to.
Yeah, no, we can have a perspective on gay men. Do you know about the gaytriarchy?
No, but fill me in.
It's this type of gay guy that truly hates women because he sees no use for women. And I've almost never encountered it except for one time when I was like 19. Okay. And I was working at this restaurant in Nantucket, like a fancy restaurant. And I was the hostess. Yeah. And there was this guy that was the maitre d'. And he came in and he was like, literally, I've never been treated like a speck of dust more by another human being. And it was truly because he was this like older gay man. And he was pissed that I was just like a young woman. Like I had no utility to him.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The whole like my experience in New York is like this like gay best friend thing is like very for real. It's like a whole it's a real thing. That's all I pretty much know.
Do you have a gay best friend?
I keep them at an arm's length.
Okay, weird how homophobic.
Personally, I keep him at an arm's length. I had Jared Goldstein on the pod a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God, Jared Goldstein, I fucking love that guy. He's so awesome.
He rocks. How's touring been for you? How's the road been? You've been doing it for the past like what now? Hard for like the year and a half, 2 years. You're going out a decent amount, right?
I go out for like one-offs here and there. I'm actually gonna really go out in the fall, so really coming up like next month.
Yeah.
I actually literally just put the dates on my website.
So check them out, folks.
Like
check out the dates.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you doing like rock clubs? Are you doing clubs?
I'm doing clubs, but it's all through my agent, so I'm kind of just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. I don't really know what I'm walking into. I feel like it's gonna be like it's truly like whatever they got me. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Is there anything like now that you've kind of developed and grown this fan, is there anything, what do you like about your fans? Is there anything that like strikes you? Is this who you'd expect to come out and follow you? Or is this who you've wanted to connect with?
Well, this is like a world that it's still every single day that people care about me is unfathomable to me.
Sure.
I can't, it's so crazy to like actually be able to like resonate with people and for people to be like, oh my God, like same bestie. Like that feels so good, and it never makes sense in my brain.
Sure,
but like
sure.
when I have shows, because I have a lot of shows in New York predominantly, and also on the road too, everyone is like really like loves jokes. And it's like people are like, oh, it's just girls probably coming to your thing. And I'm like, no, it's like really mixed.
Great.
Everyone's like, it skews like our age, but like, or like a little younger, but like, yeah, I mean, everyone's just like really cool and nice. And like,
wow,
when people recognize me when I'm walking around New York, it's mostly like really cool women who
Sick.
like look like they would be my friend.
Okay. And then that's kind of who you were.
Yeah.
Because I know I think there are some women who are like, I go out on the road and it's like a bunch of dudes who are.
Oh my God. I'm glad that hasn't been my experience. I mean,
Yeah.
just because, I mean, I just want it to be about the comedy and not about like if people, think I'm their girlfriend, which I think can happen on the internet.
Oh,
for some women, or like want to shoot their shot, but like don't care about what I have to say, which hopefully isn't the case for those women either.
You've probably had some. Do you have it to a point? I've been out with some people where this has happened, where it's like that fan may have had a couple more drinks than they should have, and are just like talking their ear off. Like, have you had someone just kind of take up your space like that for a while? Like for like
no,
30
but
minutes?
I'm a little bit in and out of the venue.
Oh.
You know what my biggest fear is, and sorry to like people who actually want to hang out with me, and like I do sometimes, and I can sometimes if there's whatever. I feel like I bomb every fan interaction. I like genuinely like
you're it's a don't meet you heroes with Yvette situation.
Because I don't know how to handle it. Like they come up to me and I'm like, I am so happy that you're here. I'm so glad that they are excited to see me. Like that is a feeling that I will never take for granted. I'm so thrilled that you laughed at one joke I said. Like that's just the most gratifying thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
And then I feel like there's just this uneven dynamic when you meet someone who already knows you and you don't know them. And then, I mean, have you had this?
I've had some people. I've had people come up to me who are into my stuff. I've had the people who are into the pod, which we love you fellas.
Yeah, fellas. Only
couple
guys.
Gals. There's actually some.
Hey girls, come on. Let's
a few women who subscribe to the Tron. We love them, but some guys at shows, they feel like they have like carte blanche to be like, what do you think? Maybe you could change this. What do you change about this joke? Or like, I'll get notes.
Oh, really? That's so funny. I don't
get
like
that. There's some of them are just.
I've gotten that from other male comedians, and they give you. I love when a guy comedian comes up and gives me a tag because, first of all, I don't know if people know the etiquette on that in stand up. You have to know someone so well to even give them like even a suggestion. Like you really have to be sure that A, you have a valuable contribution, and B, that they're gonna take it well. Like it's such a rare circumstance that I would ever give someone a tag.
Yeah.
And it has to be like my best friend.
Sure.
But so the people that do give you tags, like I'll get a guy like running, chasing me out of an event. This has happened to me. Like an open mic guy chase me out of a venue of like a bar show that was just whatever. And they'll be like, hey, have you ever thought about, and then giving me like the most offensive, like bad, not even a joke.
Yeah, like nonsensical.
And they're like, you write that down. Oh, you can have that. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, a tag or a joke should be like, I actually, Luis Lopez and I were doing a show together, and I had a tag for him, but I voice memoed it when I was on the train, waiting for the train. I was like, "Hey man, take it or leave it. Here's like another angle for what it was." And I said it, and I was like, and I ended it with like, "By the way, doesn't matter, just take it or leave it." I don't, it's I'm not. I try to bookend it with like,
me too. If I'm giving someone,
I bookend it with like, "Hey, just a thought," because I think it's like, I think when you're personally, I think if you're, the rudest thing you can do is if you're telling someone to like modify or change. If you're telling someone like, "Hey, you should do this instead or try this instead," that hurts, I think. But I think if you're just going, hey, here's another branch to what you're doing.
Another branch is good.
And I think here, or you
or
know,
like, oh, I love this joke. There's more in that.
Yeah. Or yeah, here's
like
just,
you could go
it's like,
further.
Yeah, you're doing like, the way I see it is like, it's like if your tags are like knife, spoon, this, and I go, well, what about like fork or something? I'm trying to like, I'll never try to be like, you know, there's this whole other. I think there's an etiquette. I think I know the etiquette, but yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. It's God, it's so
and it's like, I don't think women really do that.
Oh,
I haven't experienced like a female comedian coming up to me and being like, have you thought about doing this pun, but it's penis? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, I have. I tried. It didn't work.
How bad have men been with your success in comedy? How bad are some male comics just can you tell that makes some of them insecure with kind of a quick rise that you've had?
Yeah.
You can feel it. Is it backhanded compliments? Is it underhanded things? Is it is it some guys trying to fucking put you in your place or whatever sometimes? Or is it like
I've had close male friendships in and out of comedy, and I can't think of a woman in my life that's done this.
Yeah.
No, there's one woman that did do this. If you run jealous and if you're insecure, someone adjacent to you having some success in something that you're not having success in, is gonna feel really threatening.
Yeah.
So I've had some people
jealous. Such a great term.
I've had some people fall off from my life completely.
Yeah.
But I've had other people who have been so there for me, so championing me.
Yeah.
And
of
like
course.
even doubling down.
You're it is funny. Yeah, you're a comic and you're hilarious and you have like, and you're like very lighthearted too. But it's like you've had some serious things happen, like some serious relationship stuff. It's very funny if you'd be like, it's like there is like people in our sphere are so intense.
Yes.
People don't get that, how serious we are about this. You know?
Yeah, everyone's really serious. I don't know anyone that's at a level where you're like touring or full time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anyone that's casual at all about it.
Yeah, where you can't. That's why most people are like kind of dumbfounded, like with like, don't comics, like how so many comics stop like partying a lot? Or
people are always like, oh yeah, don't you guys like party? Don't you guys drink? And I'm like, who has the fucking time for that? Like I don't drink that much predominantly because first of all, I get hungover, but then the next day I'm like, well, if I'm hungover, I lose a full day. I can't make a video. Like I can't be my bubbly, authentic self. Like and my brain doesn't work as well. And I'm just like, well, why? Who needs that? Like I have so much to do.
When was the last time you fucking ripped it?
I will say I've been ripping it more. Recently, because as you know, and immediately as I say, I'm like, I don't even have time. No, it's true.
I'm like, I kind of want to see, like, I kind of want to be around, and I'm sorry to interrupt, like, I kind of want to like really.
Let's get drunk together.
Yes.
I'm down. Let's go out.
That's a deal.
Let's go out like literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, I would do that tomorrow.
Or Saturday. Do you know who I like to drink with?
Who?
Max St. John.
Bro, great.
Let's
get him in the mix.
Yeah.
Alex coming in town this weekend. We could see if he's down.
Alec Flynn?
Yeah.
Dude, we'll end the pod with this, then we'll roll into the Patreon.
He's one that's been a huge champion of me. Shout out to him.
Dude, he's... Of course. Damn it.
Immediate.
Hey, what? You know what? Maybe it's D&D. Maybe it's D&D.
No, it's D&D. And you blow through that wall.
I have to. God, I hope he answers. But oh wait. Oh yeah. I hope he answers.
Yo.
Max. You're live on the pod with me and Yvette.
Hey.
Oh no, what is up? What's going on?
Oh
hey,
no.
Hey man, I was singing your praises over here. Me and Yvette kind of want to get drunk with you this weekend, man. Are you down?
Dude, say less.
Let's go. I think
knew it, dude.
I realized that like I need to be having fun also in addition to working. And also I need to I want to kind of kiss a stranger, I think.
Okay.
So Max, if you can just put that in your brain.
Yvette's trying to. I asked Yvette when was the last time she ripped it, and she's like, "I've actually been kind of ripping it lately."
No, and by me ripping it is like once every 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, but she and I, we haven't gotten drunk together, and we kind of have to. We kind of have to make this happen. We're overdue.
Yeah, dude. Of course. Unfortunately, I feel like anytime I've ever seen Yvette in the wild, which has been somewhere between 3 and 5 times, I've been ripping it, and I feel like she hasn't. So
I know, dude.
That is my dynamic with a lot of people.
Thinks I'm like a dangerous person, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, tomorrow or Saturday, we're gonna fucking make it happen.
Start a group chat. We're doing it.
Please.
All right, Max. We're gonna end the pod, but we'll text you in a bit, brother.
Yeah, I'll get started now, and then we'll meet up this weekend.
Yeah, just get lubed up. Come on.
Awesome. All right, see you, man. All right, see you. That was so funny. Let's go. All right, we're gonna roll into the Patreon, guys. We're gonna talk about the little gossip we have. I can't wait.
Oh, I love gossip.
Yeah, Yvette, where can people find you? And anything you got to plug, please plug away for the fans.
As aforementioned, I'm going on the road in the fall. So if you like me at all, please come out. I'm Yvette. You can get tickets at YvetteSegan.com.
Yes.
Which we will link in the show notes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And then follow me on all platforms at Yvette Segan. Actually, TikTok, I'm at Yvette, YEVIT. But if you look up Yvette, it'll come up.
There we go. Follow her, folks. She's one of the greats. So funny. And we're about to fucking really make some things happen on this Patreon.
Yeah, let's
check it out. You've been an idiot for listening. Good night and good luck.